Monday, which means it's time for our weekly box office report, brought to you by our friends at AMC Theatres. Hanging on to the number one spot this week is The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, making an additional $51 million to bring its worldwide total up to $440 million. Coming in second place is the new Pixar film The Good Dinosaur, making $39 million on its opening weekend. In third spot is the newest film in the Rocky franchise, Creed, taking in $30 million. In the number 4 spot is the latest James Bond film, SPECTRE, making $12.8 million on its fourth weekend, bringing its worldwide total up to just under $750 million. And rounding out the top 5 is the Charlie Brown Peanuts movie, making $9.7 million, also on its fourth weekend, bringing its total up to $126 million. John, what stands out to you about this weekend's box office report?
Mockingjay is holding stronger than I thought it would. I thought it would have more than a 50% drop, but hanging in there at like 49.7% drop. That's actually a really respectable number. Good for them. The Good Dinosaur had... this was the lowest opening weekend for a Pixar film since... Anybody?
I got to go Cars 2.
Planes? No, that's Disney.
No. It's a 1998. Was that when Bugs Life
Bugs
was?
Life came out in 98.
Bugs Life was the only...
wow.
But still, I mean, they really did not... this is actually right around where I thought Good Dinosaur would, because they didn't have the marketing campaign, nearly the marketing campaign for this film that they had, say, for something like Inside Out or whatever. Still holding strong. I was really happy to see Creed making 30. I thought it would come in around 25, maybe 24, something like that. This movie deserves your love. Get out and see Creed if you have not. It's probably going to have one of my 10 best films of the year. It's just a fantastic movie. So those ones that stand out to me. Shnev, what stands out to you about this box office report?
What stands out to me is what's not in there. Like, Victor Frankenstein opened? Where did that go?
Where did it go? I'll look that up.
So yeah, I saw Victor Frankenstein this weekend, and I saw Spotlight, and both of those films were really great. The Night Before was my favorite, one of my favorite holiday films. So, where's The Night Before? Did that?
The Night Before opened last week, and it came in at number 6 this weekend with $8 million. Victor Frankenstein opened on almost 2,800 screens and made $2.3 million.
Yeah, it was,
nobody went to go see Victor Frankenstein.
Those
it
are
came
like
in
Gem and the Holograms.
That's Gem and the almost. Yeah. It came in 12th place. Behind Love the Coopers and The Martian in its 9th week.
Wow.
Victor Frankenstein did not fare
I'll
so
say
well.
this about Victor Frankenstein. It's a really fun film.
I felt the same way.
I got a chance to see it. It is not like I, Frankenstein in any way, shape, or form. So if you want to see a really fun, kind of off the beaten path kind of look at Frankenstein, check out Victor Frankenstein. They should have just called it Igor and Frankenstein, because that's what it felt like.
Oh, that would have been a cool time. Igor and Frankenstein.
Or just even Igor. I mean, it's one of these things where it's like, it really is like both of their stories.
I think at one point, if I'm not mistaken, I think at one point the working title for the film was Igor.
Wow. Well, they should have kept it, because, I mean, it makes sense. It's like Igor and Frankenstein it really was a fun, like, buddy picture, but like these two crazy people like coming together and then making a monster. So it's a lot of fun.
And I hate to say it, but you should have just taken Frankenstein out of the title, because classic movie monsters are getting such a beating right now with all these bad movies that have come out about them, or Dracula, or Wolfman, or Frankenstein. So just don't call it Frankenstein, because like you, I enjoyed that movie. I'm bummed that it did so poorly. What I'm really shocked at is The Good Dinosaur, because not only did it do $39 million its opening weekend, but you really judge Thanksgiving movies from the start of Thursday through the rest, and it did $55 million, which still is only good for like 12th all time on Pixar's list. If you give it the 5 days versus Pixar's other movies that only had 3 days, it still is not in the top 10. That's shocking to me, because it may not have been as promoted as Inside Out was, but we still knew The Good Dinosaur was coming out. It's still Pixar. It's still a very fun, family-friendly story. I am shocked that it did not do better. Hunger Games, I was impressed with, and I was really, really happy, like you, with Creed, because since Thanksgiving weekend, $42 million. It's earned every cent of that. It's a great movie.
Yeah, and Good Dinosaur will have legs. It will have, because there's going to be a lot of positive word of mouth. There's not another family film like this one coming out for a couple of weeks, so I think you're going to see it's going to have some pretty good legs.
I had a question about The Good Dinosaur. Did that have like blockbuster caliber names, voiceover names attached to it?
No, I mean, neither the dinosaur or the kid, the boy and his dog story. I mean, you had people you've heard, like Sam Elliott pops in there. There's some other notable names, but nothing that you're selling the movie with.
I just wonder about that, because Inside Out, every single one of those people were like kind of well-known comedy names for the characters who played
I
the
think
brains?
the majority of the public would have known maybe one or two of the names. I mean, really. So I don't know that it's just you haven't felt it. They haven't made an event out of The Good Dinosaur like they did for Inside Out or like they did for a lot of their other films. This one just, and remember, The Good Dinosaur is the biggest problem child that Pixar has ever had. Yeah. This movie was originally supposed to come out in the summer of 2014. They went back to the drum. This was like Zombie or World War Z, where they went back and just like ripped it all up and just restarted again. They removed the director they had, the director who is still with Pixar, and they still has a great relationship with Pixar, but that wasn't working. And they, remember, Jonathan Lithgow was supposed to be one of the main voices.
They replaced all the voices.
They replaced, I mean, this was from start to finish, and it almost felt to me like they were just like, just put it out.
Right.
And and because of that, I was not expecting much out of The Good Dinosaur, and I really enjoyed it. Again, not going to be known as one of the great Pixar movies of all time, not even in my top 10 of all-time Pixar movies, but that's an impressive list anyway.
Sure.
But a really charming, fun film. I really encourage people to go see it.
Better than A Bug's Life?
Yes, I'll say better than Bug's Life.
I think that this is the first time in history that Pixar's released 2 movies in 1 year, but I'm not sure. Do you guys think that added to like the numbers not doing as well as usually a Pixar movie would?
They better hope it has nothing to do with it, because their plan from now on is to do 2 a year.
Oh, okay.
So you're right. This was the very first year they've done it this way. To facilitate that, they were supposed to have 1 movie last year, 1 movie this year, and then 2016 was supposed to be the first year that they had 2 movies out, but they bumped it. So this is the first year. So they better hope that had nothing to do with it, because that's the new plan.
Right.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, click here to watch the entire episode. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because it'll help you stay up to date with all the stuff we've got going on here at Collider.